Welcome, everyone, and what a game we have for you tonight as we get set to bring you NBA action on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan along with Greg Anthony and Brent Barry. David Aldridge will be reporting from the sidelines. We'll see the Indiana Pacers facing the Cleveland Cavaliers. So Cleveland will get the first possession. Let's check out Indiana's starting lineup. They've got Miller. McGinnis out there with Paul George. And there's Jackson. And it's Smits in at the 5 down low. Now here's LeBron. 5 on the clock. Goes up from the top of the key. Shot is good off the back rim and in.
LeBron James has developed that outside shot effective from that area on the floor.
Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. I spoke with Cleveland's head coach. He said he honestly doesn't know what to expect. This is the first meeting between these two teams this year, so there'll be some feeling out at the beginning. But he told me sometimes that's when we're at our best. We're relying on our instincts and awareness at the offensive end. Kevin, we'll see if that holds true.
Thanks, DA. Sounds like, Greg, we can expect some fireworks from their shooters.
And the hope is that they take what the defense gives them rather than forcing things.
Could be about just two things for them right now, patience and trust.
Here is Carr. Paul George making his last shot. And on the way from Irving for 3.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
That's a tough rebound if you don't have the length that he does, so the size paying off.
James outside. And there's the pass to Carr. He's looking for Love and finds him. LeBron, that's a 2-pointer. That's in there. Love with the assist.
I feel like LeBron James plays more comfortable with the shot clock low like that. No panic in his game.
Jackson with it. Pass to McGinnis. Inside and stolen by Doherty. LeBron against George. Here's Love. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
And there's no question that Kevin Love down on the inside becomes a handful to defend.
This is his first free throw of the game.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he knocks down the first one.
And Kevin Love moving into prime years of his career and continues to be an impressive player. Proven champion and a nightly double-double threat.
Both free throws good from Love.
Well, he's got a great stroke from the line. That's not something we can say about all the league's big guys.
A floater. That shot off. Some solid defense there from Irving. Carr, the pass to Irving. Doherty with the ball. Love trying to break loose. And it's blocked. Outside, George. Passes it to McGinnis. It's rebounded by Cleveland.
Yeah, not really much of a flow offensively yet. Only 1 of 4 from the field.
All the officials are all over that one.
The Cavaliers have been perfect at the line so far, albeit just 2 for 2.
Shooting for Cleveland, Kevin Love.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That free throw good from Kevin Love. O'Neal's checked in for McGinnis. Both free throws good from Love.
At this point, you might as well go ahead and chalk up the points when he's at the free throw line. Pretty much automatic.
Here's the teardrop. No good that time. And Cleveland the other way now. Here's LeBron. Once again off the mark by Cleveland.
And that's how you want to see defense play. Got right up in his face to bother the shot.
That's going to make any scorer uncomfortable when you get that aggressive.
O'Neal misses. The Cavaliers leading by 6. Carr the pass to Irving. Pass to Carr. From deep LeBron. The Cavaliers again can't hit. Here's Miller. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
He just takes advantage of the D in a way that very few players, Kevin, playing today can do.
Irving passes to Doherty. LeBron against George. Back to Doherty. That's tipped, and he recovers it. And so it's Jackson who brings it up for Indiana. 4-point game. And the 3 ball is good. Miller's got 5 now.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
James the pass to Carr. Softly drops in the floater.
Always fun to look at. Not tremendously efficient, but the floater, boy, those sure are pretty.
Here's Miller. Tries again. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
Just a grinder. Always doing the dirty work on the offensive glass, and that's one of the things he brings to the table.
The Pacers shooting their first foul shot of the night. And it's tied up with that one. Here's Irving. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Love looking around. Trying to get open is Irving. Love, no luck.
I'll be honest, I thought there's no way that he's missing that close. That's a bunny. Give it up for the aggressive defense, Kevin.
That is really good work there on the offensive glass.
George against James. Outside Irving. Good, and the assist goes to LeBron.
I mean, it looks simple, but LeBron makes it look that way, Kevin.
Irving's gone 1 of 2, shooting from 3. Now the pass to O'Neal. And Irving comes to help. And we're going to have a jump ball. It's tied up there. And so it's Indiana with it. Smits passes to Jackson. Shot clock at 6. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
This is his first trip to the line tonight.
Jackson taking 2 shots.
That's good from Jackson. Harper, he's checked in for Cleveland. Both free throws good from Jackson. The Cavaliers trailing. Irving passes to Doherty. And it's blocked. George against Harper. Right side George. Pass to Smith. The 10-footer. It's tipped. Now Irving. Over Jackson. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Love. And the Cavaliers with some changes. Ilgauskas is checked in for Doherty. Nance comes in for Kevin Love. And Freeze subbed in for Kyrie Irving. Indiana also making some changes. Person comes in for George. And it's Rose in for Miller. Indiana moving the ball around. And they're moving it up. Here's Harper. Shot goes down. Very quick possession right there. Indiana trailing here. And it's blocked. Rose against LeBron. Passes it to Free. Back to LeBron. Lays it up off the glass. Now it's a 3-point Cleveland lead.
Yeah, not many are finishing better than LeBron James around the rim. Too strong and too good.
Rose gets the bucket.
And how about the move he made there to come up and get himself clear in the lane for the deuce?
So timeout called here, the first for Cleveland.
Trying to snap them out of this little slump.
Well, they can't find the net right now, and all they need, I think, is just to get one to go, get back on track.
He's checked in for LeBron. Lewis checked in for Indiana. For Indiana, they come into this one following a loss to the Detroit Pistons. Pass to Free over Lewis. Free can't get it to go.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
Here's O'Neal. Nance with some nice D.
And the effort never stops with him. No easy shots when he's on the floor.
Well, it's about the defensive end, and that's what guys feed off. He gives the effort down there at all times.
Free against Lewis. Here's Smits, covered by Ilgauskas. And that one is good. Several lead changes going on here in the early portion of this game.
Yeah, it reminds me of that Cameo song, Back and Forth.
Harper against Rose. Outside Harper. Some solid defense from Rose.
He's so good at getting to the rim. Maybe tries to get a little bit too cute with that one. I thought he'd lay it straight up and in.
Now, here is O'Neal. Over Nance. O'Neal misses.
No doubt he's struggling right now from the field. Let's see if he can get it going this quarter.
Russell from long range. Hits it from three-point range. And the Cavaliers lead by 2.
That's pretty much not how they want to defend the three-point line. Somebody's got to shadow him out there.
And the pass to O'Neal. Over Nance. The 15-footer. Good. O'Neal's got the game tied up here for the Pacers.
They're loving the confidence. Just rise and be free. And you know you can do this.
There's something to be said about knowing yourself. It allows him to shoot and shoot comfortably, even with taller defenders out there.
Now, here is Russell. It's rebounded by Person. And here's the fast break. Rose leading the way. Pass to Smits. Just 5 to shoot. The second chance effort. It's rebounded by Cleveland. .137 left here in the opening quarter. Again, Russell missing. Russell's gone 1 of 3 shooting so far. Lewis passes to Smits.
Yeah, and Smith's such a talented offensive player. Whether he's operating in the low block or facing up from mid-range, he creates problems for the defense.
The Pacers have made 3 free throws so far. Haven't missed any. First free throw is good. Danny Granger is checked in for the Pacers. And he makes both free throws. 1:24 left in the first quarter of the game. Free against Lewis. Here's Free. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. And the jam by Larry Nance.
And he pulls off the Houdini to make that catch and slam it through.
Stupendous alley-oop. Passes it to Rose. High arcing shot. It's rebounded by Cleveland.
They've been beating them to a lot of those loose balls and rebounds here to start.
And here is Ilgauskas. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a three-point play chance for him.
Sometimes you like to see guys go with the bounce pass, threading it through there perfectly.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
One shot.
Free throw no good for Ilgauskas.
And no doubt the size of Ilgauskas can be intimidating. He is a huge player with a surprisingly soft touch.
Oladipo, good.
And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half.
Harper the pass to Ilgauskas. He kicks it to Russell. Second chance shot, and it goes down 2 points. Ilgauskas has got his second basket of the night.
Well, they're trying to take command of this game, but it's been competitive so far.
Yeah, everybody trying to get away from one another, and the threads are keeping them close. This has been highly competitive.
Well, guys, this first half has been about as tightly contested as you could hope for.
There have been a lot of lead changes.
Man, some good defense from Oladipo to take that one away, eat up all that airspace. That's what he does.
1 quarter in the books, and it's been a close one so far. Pacers lead by 1. And we'll get the second quarter underway on the other side of this break.
Ladies and gentlemen, dance team.
And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out in the second quarter. And taking a look at the Pacers' performance here, guys. What are your thoughts?
Just cashing in on second chance opportunities. That's how they built this early lead.
Working the offensive glass that sometimes comes from predictable shots from your offense, and they've been opportunistic here.
Indiana leading on the court for the Pacers as our second quarter gets underway. Danny Granger out there at person. Then it's Roy Hibbert. Then it's Rose. And it's Oladipo in at the point guard. Over to the wing. Harper kicks to Russell. Drills the three-pointer. Russell's got the opening field goal of the second quarter for the Cavs.
And guys, there are some you can give that shot to, but let's be clear, he's not one of them. Terrible job there by the D.
Now here's Oladipo. Makes the most of the high percentage shot. Oladipo's got it all tied up now for the Pacers.
Oladipo executed that pick and roll well. Remarkable at scoring whenever he gets room to shoot off the screen.
Back to Nance. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. They get Danny Granger.
No, I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
Cleveland shooting their 6th and 7th free throw attempts tonight.
Nance. 2 shots.
Shooting 2.
First one falls for him.
Just a model of consistency. Nance brings it every game on both ends.
So it's both teams making substitutions here. Both free throws good from Nance. And we played through the first minute here in the second. Oladipo, the pass to Hibbert. McGinnis against Russell. Here's McGinnis. He's still scoreless so far in this one. And they pick up 2.
And I love that move for this guy. When he's in rhythm, that's money.
For the Cleveland Cavaliers, they come in off the loss to the Magic in Orlando. Brandon, the pass to Nance. Cleveland moving the ball around. And the jam by Larry Nance.
Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball. And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, over the last few years, there's been a lot of talk about seeding playoff teams 1 through 16, regardless of conference. Now, taking the top 16 teams is a tough sell, especially for owners whose teams are in the relatively weaker Eastern Conference. But taking 8 teams from each conference and then cross-seeding earlier than the finals is something that does seem possible down the road. The reward for fans might be a finals matchup with the 2 best teams in the league. Kevin?
Interesting ideas, David. Thank you. The shot's good from Granger.
Well, Oladipo playing a couple years at point guard in Orlando when he started his career, showing off his passing ability there.
Now, here is Russell. 6 points for him. Kicks to Ilgauskas. Back to Russell. 6 to shoot. Cleveland needs to get a shot off here. Here's Harper. No good with the triple.
Having a hand up in your face makes such a difference to a shooter.
Yeah, as good as you can do without getting a block there to defend.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Now here's Nance. Roy Hibbert with the rebound. Guys, this offense very effective.
And guys, the defense has been no match. They've just picked them apart. Yeah, and their shooting really starting to pick up here in the second.
The Pacers shooting the sixth attempt at the free throw line tonight. A big group substitution here for Cleveland. Doherty's checked in for Ilgauskas. Kevin Love comes in for Nance. LeBron's checked in for Russell. And it's Carr in for Harper. Free throw drops for Rose. The Cavaliers trail by 7. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. Brandon the pass to Love. Nice D from Oladipo. Now the Pacers with it. They're on a 13-4 run right now. Offensive rebound on the wing, Granger. Over James. Granger, good. Granger's got the lead up to 9 now for the Pacers.
And he should thank the team for those 2 points. Nobody paid much attention to him on that play.
Timeout called, Cleveland. In addition to going over the game plan and making whatever necessary adjustments have to be made, Greg, this timeout also the time for players to get rehydrated or hydrate for the first time with some Gatorade. Plenty of basketball still to be played here, and they have to get recharged.
That's a great point. Without proper hydration, a player can completely run out of gas down the stretch of a game. And that's something that none of these guys can afford to have happen. If you're going to battle all the way to the finish, you have got to be hydrated.
He gets it in there. 6 points for Kevin Love.
Love hitting that shot with consistency there, mid-range J.
Now, here is Miller. 5 points in the game. Oladipo with the ball. Shot from 12. Again, Indiana.
Shot selection paying off there. Patience by Oladipo, and then knocks it down from the perimeter.
Pass to Carr. Floats it up for James. And Hibbert with the block.
And hard work on the glass. Once again, guys, they put a lot of effort and focus on the backboard.
Oladipo, a good free throw shooter, so well served to seek out contact and get to the line.
Indiana shooting their 7th and 8th free throw attempts for the game right here.
2 shots.
That's good from Oladipo. Something Commissioner Silver has mentioned, Brent, the possibility of a mid-season tournament. You ever see that happening?
It'd be interesting to see if that idea grows some legs here, Kevin, and adopting what it is that in soccer leagues in Europe have done for many years, because teams hone in on what those individual cups mean and the competition raises, and you earn something for the end of the year. If Commissioner Silver can find a way to get that done, it becomes very intriguing instead of an all-star weekend to have teams gather for a mid-season tournament with something on the line. Elevated competition.
Well, kids play that in high school. They play that in the college level. It would make sense that it could fit in the NBA as well.
It'd be interesting, and especially halfway through the year, to reinvigorate your fan base with something like that, I think would be great.
Good point. On defense, Indiana. They lead by 11, the largest margin of the game. Carr, the pass to James. Paul George with the steal. Fast break. Here comes Indiana. And McGinnis throws it down.
Yeah, we love when great offensive players get in a scoring rhythm, but Paul George right now in a great passing rhythm tonight.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Love outside. George against LeBron. Hits the layup after the sweet pump fake to freeze the D. LeBron's got 8 points.
I mean, if the defender is going to play off like that, then you know what's going to happen. There are going to be points put on the board.
Floats it up for James. That shot misses.
And what should have been a simple pass and finish ends up in a missed opportunity on that alley-oop attempt.
And you'd like to keep things a little more simple, and that was a play that didn't quite develop the way they wanted it.
And those second chance points really become almost like bonus points when you can get them.
Timeout called, Cleveland.
And they just can't seem to get going offensively.
Yeah, they're like a 4-day-old soda right now, just flat, Greg. They're missing shots left and right and just not playing their best.
Jackson, he's checked in for Indiana. Love. Roy Hibbert with the rebound. Hibbert's got 5 rebounds tonight.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
The Cavaliers trail by 13. Here's Irving, and he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
Love the aggressive play right there from Kyrie when he gets into the paint. Determined to score, but for sure get contact.
The Cavaliers have made 6 of their 7 attempts at the line in this one.
At the line for 2.
Shooting 2.
And he makes the first. And getting to the line and hitting your free throws, a good way to get back into the game. It stops the clock and extends the game and allows you the opportunity to set your defense. They've been perfect from the line so far here in the second quarter.
O'Neal's checked in for Roy Hibbert. And he can't hit the second.
Shifty with his speed, incredible ball handling. So hard to guard Kyrie, but so thrilling to sit here and watch it all up close.
Now here's James. 8 points for him. Here's Irving. That one dropped for his second bucket. Mark him 2 for 4.
When the player gets a feel for that floater, it can really make things tough on defenders. You're just not sure how to guard him and where your point of commitment is.
It's Jackson with the drive, and he gets the bucket.
Well, that's how you draw it up right there. A screen to shed the defense, a quick move to the bucket, and you get the lay-in.
Irving dishes to James. To the middle. Here's Doherty. And Brad Doherty with the slam.
And that's a little lack of fight at the defensive end.
Absolutely. At least on that slam, you're right. That's one way to let a team back in the game.
You have to credit the aggressiveness offensively because that's when you make a play when you really need it.
And even with good coverage defensively that time, he has confidence to drill the 3.
Now Irving. He has 6. A pass to Doherty. Just 5 on the clock. Knocked loose. Love trying to break loose. And with that shot, the Indiana lead is cut down now to just 8 points with the basket from Doherty. Jackson looking around. Here's McGinnis. And that's collected by Love. Love's got 8 rebounds in this game. Irving with the bounce pass. He muscles it in through the contact, and they call the foul. He's on his way to the free throw line.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
For Cleveland, they have gone 7 of 9 from the free throw line tonight. And Cleveland making a change here. Freeze checked in. Persons checked in for Indiana.
One shot.
That one falls for Doherty. Indiana leading by 5. Jackson up top, free, defending. Outside, George. Rocket 6. At the teardrop, The Cavaliers pull it in. Love's got 9 rebounds now tonight. This offense has really been clicking.
And they know it, guys. They're playing right now with the kind of energy that is hard to deal with.
And so it's Jackson who brings it up for Indiana. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game. Here's Free. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Pass to Doherty. Over Miller. That's in, and the Pacer lead is cut down to just 3 in the basket from Doherty.
And not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
Outside, George. Happy to see that one go in for his second make in 5 attempts.
Well, Paul George concentrating through the contact and making sure he had a shooting window open.
Here's Free. Love outside. Pass to LeBron. Fires from 14. The shot comes out, and Indiana will come the other way.
Just cannot get anything to go. If there's going to be a way to get out of this hole, I don't think he'll be the one to do it. I mean, he's going to punish you, Kevin, if you leave him open. He's more than willing to take the open 3 when he's got it.
And so it's Cleveland with it after Indiana gets the 3. Irving. It's rebounded by Person.
Yeah, and that one way back in the first quarter is the three-pointer that has been his only one of the night.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flame.
Yeah, he's the guy that you want to go to right now trying to put this one away.
Now here's James. 8 points for him. Outside Irving. Pass to Free. Shot to stop the run. Good on the 3-point shot. Free's got his first 3 points of the game.
Well, you can see it's a matter of pride out there for these guys.
Not always the best scenario, but in this game, pride takes over. You score on me, I'm going to come back and score on you.
Now, here is O'Neal. Miller outside. Takes the 3. It's rebounded by Cleveland. Love's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Looking to end his cold spell. Count it, and the Pacer lead has been cut down now to just 6 in the basket from LeBron.
Yeah, somebody didn't get the memo. You left a clear lane for LeBron James.
Love against Person. Now 8 seconds separating the 2 clocks. Cross contact on the shot, and now a 3-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
And that's what the pump fake's there for. Get your man off his feet and drive right around it.
And he's got his first chance at the line here. That free throw good from Person.
In Person, physical, efficient scorer, especially from deep where you can't give him any room to shoot.
And here is Harper. Outside, Russell. From deep 3-point range, and no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. And so it's the Indiana Pacers, ahead by 9 as the quarter comes to a close. They've set the tone. They love their tempo. They're going to be very tough to stop. And we've got more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way after this break.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, folks. Ernie Johnson here with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. It's the NBA on 2K Sports, and let's talk the first half. For the Pacers, the first quarter was pretty even. The game was always within a fairly narrow margin, with their largest deficit of the period being 6. They really did some damage in the second quarter, and as things started clicking for them, they were able to get out to a 9-point lead by halftime. And Shaq, what did you see out there from the Pacers?
What stood out to me more than anything else was how hard they got after it on the offensive glass. They were keeping possessions alive and converting those rebounds into points. Take away those extra points, they're not in this position, Ernie.
Kenny, let's get your insight on Cleveland.
Well, one problem I see is that they're too timid on the board. When you start to fall behind in the game, you need to become more aggressive on the offensive glass and the defensive glass.
And that'll about do it as we get ready for the second half. Let's take you down to Kevin Harlan.
Shout out to my main man, Joel.
Joe, what up?
Ladies and gentlemen, dance team.
And happy you can join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. You look at Victor Oladipo in this game, he has been everywhere.
Yeah, and through the first 2 quarters, he has been the offense for this team.
Yeah, he's shouldering the load right now and looking really comfortable while he's doing it.
And for those of you just tuning in, thanks for being with us. The second half of this game still to play. Pacers leading by 9. Third quarter action getting rolling right now. Brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's who's on the floor. On the court for Cleveland, Kevin Love out there with Doherty. Then it's LeBron James. Then it's Kyrie Irving. And it's Carr in at the shooting guard. Now here's Jackson. Takes a 3. Here's Smits. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. And this is his second trip to the line tonight.
Taking 2 shots.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That free throw, no good. He hits the second from the line. So it's the Cavaliers now. LeBron outside. And a kind roll that time off the rim as that one falls. James has got 12.
Uh-oh. It's one of those nights for LeBron James, just setting the place on fire right now.
Here's McGinnis. That's good. He's 5 for 9.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Well, I know they don't have mobile devices out there for texting, so they might as well talk to one another, Greg.
Out that one, the Indiana lead has been cut back down to 8. An important basket there from Irving.
So clever. He finds different ways to probe inside, and Kyrie with a great finish.
George against LeBron. 17-foot shot on the way. And it's George missing.
And his lateral quickness really allows him to stay in front of the shooter there and challenge the shot.
Talk about versatility on offense a lot, but how about on defense? And he takes pride in making an impact down there.
On the wing, Jackson, covered by Irving. They grab their own miss. Out to Miller. 6 on the shot clock. The pass to Smits. Fires the 3. It's rebounded by Cleveland.
Not quite enough defense. That time around, just lucky he was off.
And it's sent back by George. Back to LeBron. McGinnis against Love.
And that's his 4th, and no doubt he would have liked to have not gotten it this soon.
Second half of play with just under 2.5 minutes gone. Irving's shot is good.
It doesn't matter if you have a hand in his face. If Kyrie gets himself into that kind of rhythm, he is a tough shot maker.
Jackson against Irving. To the paint. Here's Smits. Pass to McGinnis. He kicks it to Jackson. Well-placed jumper from the free throw line. Jackson's got 9 points.
Yeah, draw the D in, kick it out for the open shot. That's taking a page straight out of your textbook. Well done.
Irving for 3. And it's Smith with the rebound. Smits has got rebound number 11 for him here tonight. And it's Miller with the jam.
Total letdown by the D. Can't leave the bucket unprotected.
Absolutely. And it takes an easy 2 points onto the lead.
Will not find a higher percentage opportunity than that.
It's deflected, but they get it back. Love kicks to Doherty. On the wing, James. Clock at 6. Second shot opportunity. And he uses the glass on the layup. James has got 4 this quarter.
Well, LeBron right through the defense this time. Incredible at finishing off that one.
Passes it to Miller. Back to Jackson. Pass to McGinnis. Miller outside. Kept alive. Smits. And he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
That's what he gives you, a big-time presence on the glass.
And you know what, Greg? Once he gets his hands on it, he's not even thinking about kicking it out.
Oh, his competitiveness right now is why the teammates love him.
Timeout called, Cleveland. Roy Hibbert's checked in for Indiana. Oladipo comes in for Miller. Here's Brandon, guarded by Jackson. Always going up for the alley-oop here.
Now, those interior passes can be dangerous sometimes, but if the timing is good and you execute it there, you can get easy hoops.
And the pass to Oladipo. Here's Smits. And that one is good with the extra effort on the glass. Smits has got 11.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Brandon, the pass to LeBron. Cleveland moving the ball around. Pass to Love. Love. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Yeah, how about the positioning there, Kevin? Just waiting on that side of the rim, knowing the ball was going to ricochet right to him.
Outside, George over LeBron. The shot by George, no good.
Just not there from a rhythm standpoint right now. It's really eluding him.
Kicks it out to James. Wide open. Roy Hibbert with the rebound. Hibbert's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Here's George. And George with the stuff.
So good, so experienced. Paul George can convert the toughest of buckets.
Here's Brandon. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. 2 open that time. Made it look too easy. That gives him a double-double in this one. 11 points and 13 rebounds. Pacers leading by 7. Now here's Jackson. He's got 9. That one falls. He's got 11.
They are just killing him on the interior.
And so it's Cleveland with it. James finds Love. James in the post. Defended by George. James, no good.
How about the timing he shows there to challenge that shot?
Yeah, not easy to do there, and that's a guy that you can tell takes every possession defensively very seriously.
And it's in there. Smits has got 13.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead. George against LeBron.
Love inside. 11 points in the game. They get the rebound. Great tee that time from Hibbert. So Oladipo will bring it up for the Indiana Pacers. They lead by 11.
They're playing working to perfection there, if that was their plan. And if it wasn't, maybe that should be their plan.
Here's Brandon. No points in the game yet for him. Here's Gordy. Nails the wide-open jump shot. George with the ball. So the Pacers call timeout, their first of the game.
And as things present themselves throughout a game, teams have to adapt on the fly.
And timeouts are a wonderful opportunity to just settle in and recollect the thoughts of your entire team. Not just the guys playing, but the entire team, Ray.
And it's a completely new group on the floor for the Cavaliers. To the middle, here's Person. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Person's got the lead up to 13 now for the Pacers.
They're scoring boatloads of buckets. It's raining buckets from inside.
Harper kicks to Russell. Back to Harper. Outside Russell. Shot clock at 6. Over Granger. And trying to break loose. And it's Russell missing.
Well, maybe not the best shot against that kind of defense, but he still has the ability to knock that kind of shot down. When the player gets a feel for that floater, it can really make things tough on defenders. You're just not sure how to guard them and where your point of commitment is.
Here's Free. The Pacers making the shot. Feeds it to Ilgauskas. And he finishes nicely on the layup. Ilgauskas has got 6.
Yeah, heads-up aggressive play right there. Saw the smaller man on him and took it straight to the basket.
Pacers leading by 13. Lewis dishes to O'Neal. Back to Lewis. Passes to Granger. Over Harper. That one off the back iron and out. Here's Free. Some solid defense from Rhodes. Shoots. Granger misses. And the Cavaliers with possession here, trailing by 13. Here's Harper. Here's Ilgauskas. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. They get Jermaine O'Neal. The Cavaliers have shot 8 of 10 from the line. That's an even 80% free throw shooting here.
Taking 2 shots.
Free throw good, Ilgauskas. And so he hits both. And the Pacers with possession here. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points. The fadeaway. The Cavaliers pull it in. Ilgauskas has got rebound number 5 here tonight. Harper against Lewis. Right side Harper. 6 to shoot. Here's Ilgauskas, and the lead is down inside single digits. Ilgauskas has got 10 points in the game.
And not being as aggressive from the three-point line anymore. They had a lot more attempts in that first half.
Lewis Yes, and it's Rose with the assist that time. Rose has got 3 assists in the game. Free against Rose. Tries again. No good on that one. So Indiana will take it the other way. Lewis outside. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Lewis has got 4 points in the quarter.
I love the advantage he has from a speed standpoint. Does a great job of creating separation for that shot.
Harper the pass to Nance. Here's Free. Gets the three-pointer to fall. He has 6.
This is what he does. Find space on the perimeter and then sink the 3.
Free against Rose. Lewis outside. Floats it up for Rose.
Pick up the pace. Get the 2 for 1 here.
Be smart, but execute at the same time. Let's see what they do.
Here's Lewis. 5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. He feeds it to O'Neal. Over Ilgauskas. O'Neal misses.
How about that hard-nosed D in the paint right there? Nice job.
Yeah, he cut off every angle and then got his body on him. That's a Warriors effort.
The adjustments they've made offensively, they're putting guys in a position now to succeed.
Yeah, possession's just way more efficient, I think, here tonight. Taking smarter, better shots, moving the ball around. That's helped them to get back in the ballgame.
And so it's Indiana with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. They're playing a bruising game inside, and it's working for them. And we'll be right back after this. And how about a look now at our assist of the game? Brought to you by State Farm.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
That's what great passing will do for you right there, dissecting the defense with that play.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. On the court for Indiana, you've got Jermaine O'Neal. Person is out there with Danny Granger. Then it's Miller, and it's Rose in at the 1. Indiana leading by 6. Miller with a wide open look. Here's Person, and a good offensive board, and he gets the bucket. Person's got the fourth quarter started here with a bucket for Indiana. Outside Harper, tipped away. Out of bounds, Indiana takes possession. And Indiana making a change here. McInnes has checked in. And here's Indiana. Outside Rose. O'Neal against Ilgauskas. Out to Miller. Here's O'Neal. Off the mark with the outside fadeaway.
And thus far, they've managed to overcome an off game from him offensively.
Pass to Free. 1 minute now into this fourth quarter. Irving passes to Free, and he finishes it off with a one-handed jam.
Yeah, put some students in the classroom because that's exactly how you move the ball. Kyrie terrific at spotting the open man, and then you got to get it to him.
Now Rose, and here's Miller outside. It's good. This time the assist from Rose. Rose has got his fourth assist with that last one here tonight. Irving surveying the floor. Here's World B Free. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
And your point guard's got to be the catalyst. Great job getting to the 10.
Well, Greg, he knows when they need a lift.
Did you see how much air he had under him? Wow.
Rose gets a wide open look. They get it back. Shots good by Miller. And the Pacers lead by 9.
And you can see the second chance points now starting to be a major factor.
Free passes to Irving. Misses the 3.
Well, even though he misses that one, the defense has got to talk about that, Kevin. That's a bad miscue, and you can't give up looks like that all game long. And lead passes like that are so hard to defend. He never had to break his stride, so full speed, 2 points.
Harper the pass to Irving. A little over 2.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth quarter. And that one, good.
I know Kyrie is not the biggest guy on the floor, but he is built to take that kind of contact.
And there's the pass to O'Neal over Ilgauskas. And again, it's Indiana converting.
Yeah, he's going to knock that down if you give it to him. Uncompetitive there defensively.
The defense also looking defeated. The lack of hustle is driving the coaching staff a little bit batty right now.
Free passes to Ilgauskas. Danny Granger pulls it in. Indiana leading by 11. It's blocked.
Yeah, and Ilgauskas stretching out there to block shots. Superb at using that huge wingspan to come up with rejections.
And the Cavaliers with some changes. Doherty's checked in for Ilgauskas. And James subbed in for Free. And Indiana with a change here, too. Jackson's checked in. And we're about 3.5 minutes into the fourth quarter. Granger against Nance. Shot clock at 5, and it's blocked.
And he's like a pogo stick. Nance just pops up off the floor and then has that reach to get his hand on the ball.
The Cavaliers trail by 11. Harper kicks to James. Oh, Nance in position. Up high to stop the alley-oop.
And hard to decide which was better, the pass, the catch, or the slam.
Oh, there's no wrong answer. Sensational alley-oop. Time called here. Indiana decides to talk it over. Cavaliers making a switch here. Carr's checked in. From the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Thanks, guys. I got a chance to hear what Indiana's head coach was saying to the team. His key message was, don't get comfortable. Those guys are going to come at us with everything they've got. Let's bring the intensity and stay focused on every possession. Kevin, back to you.
Pass to James. And here's Doherty. Now here's James. From deep. It's rebounded by Indiana. Guinness has got his 5th rebound right now in the game.
And really credit their advantage on the backboard. That's where the lead has been built, and that's why they are in control.
Here's George. Indiana again missing. The Cavaliers trail by 9. Outside Irving. Over Jackson. Irving misses. Miller up on top. Covered by Nance. Miller the pass to McGinnis. Over Carr. Drops in the short one. And the Pacers lead by 11.
That kind of looks like a predictable shot, one that they want. The defense has to prevent the ball from getting into that sweet spot.
James outside. To the inside. Here's Doherty. Misses off the right iron.
Yeah, my expectations were that he was not going to miss that one, Kevin. He handles that kind of defense, especially on the inside.
Shots good by Miller. And so James will bring it up for the Cleveland Cavaliers. Nance in the high post. Back to James. It's rebounded by Indiana.
Well, after an impressive first half, he's just not been able to get the room or get anything going here in the second.
Well-rounded effort, and they show no signs of letting up.
coaching staff probably most proud of the effort of this team on both ends of the floor here tonight.
Nance outside. Back to Irving. 6 on the shot clock. The 19-footer is on the money.
And Irving is so difficult to stay with in the pick and roll. The moment he gets that kind of room, he's going to pull.
Passes it to Miller. From deep three-point range, the shot, no good. So Cleveland will take it the other way. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Well, that equals his three-point total from the first half. He had one before the break, and that's his first 3 of this half.
George with the ball. He's picked up by Nance. It's good.
Well, he knows how to score, and he does just that. Don't let Paul George fool you. He can finish inside.
Here's Irving. They get it again. Goes back up. And with that shot, the Indiana lead is cut down to just 10 points with the bucket from Larry Nance.
And all those second chance points have given them a boost here in the second half, and that's a great way to cut into the lead.
George looking around. Poked loose. Smits passes to Jackson. From deep. A second chance effort. They shoot again. And it's Smits missing.
And the effort never stops with him. No easy shots when he's on the floor.
Well, it's about the defensive end, and that's what guys feed off. He gives the effort down there at all times.
And that's a lesson for the D. Fight harder on the glass.
Yeah, you just can't afford to give up second chance opportunities again and again.
Here's Jackson. Doherty grabs the board. Doherty's got rebound number 8 now on the night. Cleveland moving the ball around. The shot's good from Nance.
And you don't want to allow too many of those short ones with the game right now in the balance.
Pass to McGinnis. Miller outside. From deep three-point range, the long distance 3 is buried. Miller's got 12 points in just the second half. The Cavaliers trail by 9. LeBron with it. The pass to Nance. Pass to Carr. Now LeBron. It's rebounded by Indiana. Smits is on the wing. George covered by LeBron. Outside Jackson. George against Nance. Here's Smits. It's good, and it's his 6th make against 11 attempts.
Yeah, and that's been the story of the game. I mean, the rebounding has been very one-sided.
Here's James. Over George. Count it, and the Pacer lead has been cut down now to just 9 in the basket from James.
And I love the tenacity, guys. He simply can will his way into games at times and exert his presence.
Here's Jackson, and it's blocked. Down low, and the dunk by James.
LeBron not messing around. That time in the paint, close to the rim, smelling blood.
Pacers leading by 7. Outside Jackson. 1:49 left in the fourth quarter. No good on that one. Inside, Nance. And Nance slams it in.
And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish. Indiana again missing. And the jam by Larry Nance.
Oh, going high to throw that one down.
Sky high. Fantastic one-hand jam. Outside, George. Pass to Miller. 1:14 left to play here in the fourth. Pocket 4. From deep, George. It's rebounded by Cleveland. LeBron outside. Pass to Doherty. Now here's Nance. He's looking for LeBron and finds him. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
LeBron James, one of the best ever to do it.
There's 48 seconds left in the fourth quarter. To the middle. McGinnis against Irving. Yes!
The nerves on this guy.
Not backing down from this moment here. When the game is close, he kicks it up a notch.
And the Cavaliers call time here. They're trailing by 3. There's 39 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Guys, your thoughts?
And usually you want to go for the 2-for-1 here to maximize the clock.
Our Jordan player of the game.
And guys, it's been a rugged brand of defense he's played. I don't know why they keep taking the ball at him. It seems like every time they have, he's come up with the rejection. And with every block, he's only gotten more and more fired up.
Love checked in for Carr. But they recover it.
Yeah, maybe a little luck, maybe a little bit of heart. Both of those at play here. He's getting every offensive rebound.
George against Doherty. And even after 2 offensive rebounds, they just can't get the lid off. And they foul intentionally. They're going to have to do that now again and again. They're not in the penalty yet.
Yeah, you have to do that, though. You can't just let them dribble the game out.
And so they choose to intentionally foul.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
He hits the first one, and that gives them a 4-point cushion.
The versatility of Paul George as he's matured and put some more weight on his frame through the years. He's an exceptional two-way player with outstanding length and a tremendous scoring ability. That'll ice it right there. Not everybody can keep their composure at the line in such a big situation.
Timeout called the Cavaliers. They're down by 5. 12 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Guys, what do you think?
Score, then hope for some missed free throws or a turnover at the other end.
Yeah, this won't be easy, so a little bit of luck will go a long way for them to get back in.
And Doherty kicks to LeBron. Offline with his 3.
Didn't hesitate for a second to get a hand up on that deep ball.
Yeah, you got to like how he hustled to guard out on the perimeter, definitely respecting the shooting ability.
Shooting 2.
He drops the first one, and that increases their lead to 6. Second free throw, no good that time. He really wanted that one. So it's Indiana picking up the win. This was a hard-fought, well-earned victory for them, Greg. They really had to work for this win.
That's a good point. I mean, weaker teams might have buckled at the end with the crowd amped up, everyone in the building kind of rooting against you, but they stood tall and pulled it out.
Well said. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Brent Barry, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.